Hello and welcome back. We're on to Planet 7. This is got to be my favorite planet. And Chorlton is a place that after playing this game the first time, I since went to live in England in Chorlton, which is pretty interesting. But this is the one of the biggest, most fun planets. There are about 3 or 4 planets that are quite large, and this one's about the same size as Planet 6 that we were just at. I'm gonna probably end up dividing this into 2 parts because there is water on this planet, and I'll probably end up doing the water portion separately as a second video because we spend about half the time underwater. So we're going to equip just the one item. Now this planet is very interesting topographically, and on the surface we have these mushroom-shaped sort of hoodoo things, and it's quite interesting to say the least. So I've turned the brightness down because the previous videos seem to be a bit too bright, and so let's see if this is any better. Now, you really have to start working against the gravity. Sort of like Planet 5 there really started educating you about the resistance of gravity, because you're dealing with gravities over 20. Now I'm really quite having to use the booster here because the gravity's actually getting substantial. So this is now a little bit of work. So I'm going to operate on the left side of the ship just for now because there's a few of these sort of pits, and like between the hoodoos, so I'm gonna go and explore the pits and get some goods out of there. But on the right hand side of our ship is where the land goes deeper, and you get to find a well sort of thing where you can get into the subsurface water channels there, and the gravity is different. There's buoyancy effect on the jet pod, so the gravity isn't so heavy. And it's quite a different environment when you get down there. Now I'm very low on fuel already, so whatever I find here. I'm just gonna get on back to the mothership because I'm running quite low on fuel here. I might go and equip the efficient... Whoops! I might go and equip the efficient engines. Navigating is starting to become quite challenging because of the shape of the terrain. So I gotta get in here and get some fuel right away. The quicker you take enemies like those down, the better. Because they fire missiles which lurk around. Now, because this is quite a complex planet, I'm going to show you the map. And so I usually scout the edge and make sure I take care of things like limpet cannons there, because the stray shots that you don't expect are the ones that get you. So before we pass on to the next part of the cavern, we're going to complete scanning the edge all the way around. And we'll save that pod fuel for later. We'll just move it over towards the mouth of this cavern. You have to be careful when picking these items up because they're quite heavy. We might need it there later because of the fact of our situation when we come back through here. And we don't want to have to go searching around for it and possibly get hit by a limpet if we're low on fuel or something. So we're just going to cruise around here. I saw one limpet firing at us, so I want to take care of that. Here it is. And I think that's it. And we're going to continue to the next part of this cavern. It's nice that you can fire through the terrain, because in the 2D world you can pretend that you're firing around it, right? Because, I mean, the game could have said, well, I'm going to make the terrain a blockage to your shots and stop your shots going through there, which would make it a lot more difficult to hit the things. But the way that it is, you can pretend like you're shooting around the terrain, right? But there are those cases where you're actually shooting like through the wall at stuff and you can still hit it. It's a pretty old game. Let's just pretend that there was some sort of hole through the wall that you could shoot it through. You know, you gotta give a little bit of leeway because of the way the games were able to be designed back then. Right? So have a little fun, use your imagination. If you poo-poo on the game, then how are you ever gonna have any fun? Just enjoy it for what it is, right? Okay, so over here we have a couple of items. Okay, so there's those two items there. I'm gonna grab the fuel first, because... Hey, that hurt. I'm being attacked here. Now I'm running quite low on fuel. I better go and... Drat. When you're this low on fuel, you don't want to lose time, or have to spend your boosters or anything like that unnecessarily, or crash into a wall. Because obviously your fuel is the most sensitive item that there is. You need to keep it in a good shape. As you probably noticed, it's the thing you collect the most in this game is fuel. Now we're gonna go grab that crystal. As quick as you like, because I don't like those. I don't like those guys hovering around and shooting at me. And the longer you stick around, if you hover in one place, they target you, and they're quite good at picking you off. So you're best to be on the move if you're near those things. Okay, so we're out of here. We're out of this big cavern. And we're gonna go over to the next one. Now, what's in this? I think this is just a small little pit here. Here's an example of what I was just saying about how you can shoot through the wall. Well, the enemy also can, but we're going to take this opportunity to hopefully take him out. Got him. Now, having played the last planet, number 6, you'd know that, well, you'd learn how to fly in heavy gravity. And the gravity's slightly more than it is on this planet. However, this is quite challenging as well. This is probably the next in difficulty level to that planet, as far as gravity is concerned. Hooray, we get another bonus life. I believe we're up to 6 lives at this point, which, no, you cannot see them on the bottom there. It can only show up to 4, but you can have up to 9 lives. So, yes, even if you attain 10 lives somehow, you can only have up to 9. So, onto the right side we go, and we're gonna skip the next cavern down there because that's the way down to the water. So we're just gonna empty out the caverns on the top that do not descend down that far. And then I'll probably make a second part video where we go down into the water. I'm going to continue over to the farthest reaches and work backwards from the outside. Let's deal with that. Well, you can't win them all. Now, what was over here? A fuel. And I can't remember if there was another item. Oops. Let's go see if there was another item first. I don't think so, really. Oh. I think we've gotten everything now. Okay, we're off to the next cavern. Seeing as we've cleaned out all of the pits there, except this one. And it's the largest one. That's why we've saved it until last. Ouch. Oh, did I destroy it? That's nice. I must have hit it with all 4 of my missiles. Now we're going into the second part of this cavern. I'm gonna work my way around. There's quite a few things in here that need to be dealt with before we move on. You can't be too hasty grabbing at things. You need to deal with issues first. Ouch. Nuts. Well, because I bumped into him, which destroyed him, I ended up not getting a little treasure chest out of him. Now, confound it, I know that there's a teleport pad. I must have missed it. I'm pretty sure that there's a teleport pad around here. That was close. There it is. So there's a fuel canister we're gonna get. Great. You think it's over? It's not over. Whoops, I think I went the wrong way. There we go. Now, this top section is all cleared out, and below that level is a water line, and the rest of the planet is underwater. So I'm gonna go back to my mothership and refuel, and I'm gonna sneak around the bottom level here just before I go. Just to make sure that I've cleaned out all the limpets and treasures. And then we're gonna head back. Whoops. There we go. Now we're gonna head back to the mothership. Ooh, I don't know if we're gonna make it though. With this jet pod. We might not be able to salvage this jet pod. We'll see. We made it. Nice work. Now, when we go under, we're going to want a little bit more protection here. So let's take our super shields. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.